How much should I charge? You have a course or a program and you don't know what the price point should be. That's what we're going to tackle today. Hello, my people of the internet. If you are new to me and to this YouTube channel, we talk all things online courses and building your online business. So you have a course or a program and you want to know how much you should charge. And there's so many conflicting things out there on the internet, so much conflicting information, and you don't know what the price point should be. You don't know how to price your course. So let me try to declutter the noise. Now, I have pivoted from doing large scale events to selling high ticket offers. And when I first heard of selling or programs and courses, I remember the first one that I heard about that I was a part of, it was selling for $10,000 for a program, and I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. And what was even more crazy to me was that people were buying it. So my first online event that I was a part of generated $600,000. I was blown away at the potential. Now, I'm not saying there wasn't a lot of work or the content wasn't any good. I'm not even saying that there wasn't preparation or that the program wasn't worth it. It was, and I saw it. I just had never seen anything like that before. Now, when I was pivoting into starting my own courses and my own programs, and I had purchased a program that taught me how to create courses and programs myself, but I had so many questions that were going through my mind, like, how much should I charge? How much content should I put in there? Am I missing something? Is there some kind of process to launching a program or a course? What was that process like? How do I reach an audience to make sure that they're going to buy my course or my program? So I want to break this down for you. I want to help you. Hey guys, so glad that you're here. I have something for you. If you're wanting to learn and know all the plays for creating courses and starting your own online business, I got you. I made a free ebook that you're going to want. And I wish I had this when I first began. I want to give you the play-by-play on how to get started online. You're going to learn 8 plays: excavate, allocate, validate, elevate, encapsulate, activate, formulate, and elaborate. These are the 8 plays that will make you successful, I guarantee it. All you have to do is run the play. It's free. So click the link below and I want you to grab it. It's fully yours and it's free. So let's get back to the rest of the episode. Thanks for watching. And if you like the content, do me a favor, subscribe and like. So I want to break this down for you. I want to help you because you have a course or a program. And let me quickly kind of define for you the difference between a course and a program. We should really start there because a course is a set of videos that are evergreen and they teach on a subject and they do bring people results, but there's no human connection. There is a video that people watch or a course of videos that people watch. They usually do not have coaching calls. They usually do not have a community. It's really just a set of videos. And people can watch them. They can learn at their own pace. There's no connection. There's no accountability. There's no community and there's no support. A program on the other hand, is not just a course, but usually around 5 to 10 courses. They solve not just a problem, but even bring solutions that are connected to problems. And so they really bring people results. But not only that, there's usually more to it than that. Usually you have weekly group coaching calls. And so now you can actually ask questions. Now you can get your belief instilled in you because you are also seeing that other people in your community are also doing the same thing and they're getting results. So you get a lot of belief, you get a lot of accountability through this process. And on top of that, you also get the power of a community. The thing is, proximity is very powerful. It's helpful, but there are 2 negatives concerning what this looks like when it comes to either selling courses or programs. So let's just say you want to sell a course, and the courses range anywhere from $400, $500 up to $1,000. Here's the negatives. There's chargebacks. People tend to complain more when you're selling just a course, and statistically, they usually don't finish the course, and so the results are less. And they usually are kind of a little bit wanting a little extra versus people who buy into a program. They're more premium buyers. They usually don't ask for their money back. And they paid, a larger amount of money for that program. So they're really interested in learning and implementing. They're action takers. So the results are better because they take part in everything that they can. And you get paid. So this is your benefit. You get paid more money for higher ticket programs, higher ticket sales. And the negative side of that program is that it takes more of your time. Where the courses, they're usually evergreen and automated. When it comes to a program, there's more courses that you have to create and record. And also it requires more engagement from you, and they want more from you, like group coaching calls or maybe live events and so on. And there's one other thing. To acquire a premium buyer, it costs more time. It costs more money, especially if you're doing ads, because the process in which you acquire premium buyers are longer immersion into your content. Maybe a 5-day training, maybe instead of like a 1-day webinar. A 1-day webinar is really good for $1,000 course transaction. So the difference of acquiring them is much different. But here's what I really want to help with answering that question for you. How much should you charge? And the best way that I can help you with this is a statement that's really gonna help you with it. Those who pay attention. So let me illustrate that further. Imagine if you walked into a bathroom stall at a mall or at a restaurant, not your home, and then you walked into that stall, that bathroom toilet, and at the bottom of that toilet bowl was a quarter, 25 cents. Would you reach in to that bowl and would you grab it? I know I wouldn't grab it. I know that I would probably suggest that most of you listening would not grab that quarter. But what if you walked into that toilet, into that bathroom stall, and you noticed that there was $200 bills in that toilet bowl? What would you do? Would you reach in and grab it? I know what I would do. I would reach into that toilet bowl and grab that $200 bills. I wouldn't even hesitate. And I would go out on a limb and say that you probably would do the same. Why? Because of value. The difference between the quarter and the $200 is value. You would risk more for the value that you would get. So when it comes to pricing and what you should charge, here's the foundational premise: value. So how much value are you putting into the course or the program? Are you stacking it and making an unbelievable, irresistible offer? Are you really serving people with results? Are you serving people with transformation? Are you over delivering on what you promised? Now, if you're charging $500 for a course, here's really important that you should think about. It should be 10 times more value than the $500. So that's really important. Over deliver. But this is for evergreen videos, and that's really, really powerful for you to know. Now, the more personal connection, the more personal touch that you have, then, and maybe you're gonna include coaching calls and then you're gonna include maybe live events. Well, the value goes a lot more because then you're hands-on. And if you're including a community, that increases the value. Proximity is very powerful, and it includes accountability, includes support. So you have to weigh in that type of value. Are you including any live in-person events? Of course, those live in-person events, they're responsible for their travel and to accommodations, but you're hosting the event somewhere, and that costs you money. You might offer drinks, you might offer food, appetizers, but the event is usually free, the registration for the event. But again, that increases the value. Are you including bonuses? Are you including extra support to help them? And then, is this for 3 months? Is this for 6 months? Is this a year-long program? Because this will affect the value and the price. So is it okay if I give you some ideas for prices? Now, what I'm gonna share with you, this is not firm. Every business and every niche has different nuances. And again, it's all about the value that you provide. But I wanna give you some examples. So for example, if you are doing a course that has no coaching calls, it has no live connection or proximity to a community or a coach, then it usually ranges from $250 to $1,000, okay? And that's evergreen courses. And if you are creating a program that has a lot of courses, not just 1 or 2, but maybe 5 to 10. And then you're including weekly coaching calls. You're including a community, maybe live events. Well, this is usually ranging from $5,000 and above. I've seen some of them that are $20,000, $30,000, $50,000. I've seen them range all the way to $155,000 because it's all about value and results. So if you can deliver on that promise of what they're going to get, then the value goes up, the results go up, the transformation goes up, and then you can actually offer, because you're offering more value, then you can charge more money. This includes the idea of engagement from you. The value goes up. Accountability from you and maybe from your team, the value goes up. So a lot of people initially have two issues in their mind that are really conflicting with each other when they're trying to figure out what's my price point? What's my price point? Here's the 2 points. The main thing that they're trying to solve is not necessarily the results for people, but mostly my worth. Because they're really thinking about what is my worth when I'm trying to charge. I should charge what I think I'm worth. And that you might have, an outlandish idea of your worth and your value. And you're not really thinking about the results that you're contributing to people. And so people sometimes have an outlandish amount when it comes to what type of results you can have. Now, on the other hand, this is where most people are living. This is where you might be in a spot right now when you're thinking about, what should I charge? Most people undercharge because most people undervalue what they're bringing to the table. They're really not gonna consider what the real price should be because they're struggling with, I should charge maybe a little because maybe I'm not really that good. Maybe I'm not bringing too much to the table. People are really considering maybe I'm starting out first and maybe I'll build up later. And on the opposite side, most of the people are struggling with is what they're charging too little. And they probably are. They're probably thinking that they're charging too little. And they really don't know their worth. I want you to remember something. People are not buying information. So you're not thinking about how much else, what other information can I cram into this course in this program. They're not buying information. They are buying transformation. So it's not how long your content is, it's how much value and strength and support and results that you provide and how much proximity and extra value that you're delivering, okay? And the last thing that I wanna share with you is this. I'm a big believer in the value ladder. For example, you might have a lead magnet that's free. That's your introduction. And you might even have multiple lead magnets where you're providing free content in exchange for an email. And that's how you build your email list. And it's very rare that someone is going to buy your $5,000 program or $10,000 program without coming through a value ladder process. Now, I'm not saying that's the only way. I'm just saying for the most part, someone is gonna start with a free lead magnet or a low ticket of $47, something that you might have to offer that's $47. And they'll build up from there. They'll go through that ladder of process. They might start with a 0 lead magnet and then $47. Then if you have something that's $250 or $500, they'll go there. And then they might even go further to a $1,000 program, $5,000 program, or a $10,000 program. And in your business, in your online business, you do want to have a form of upselling them. Because once you have a client, see, we go through a big process. We go through a process of, you're taking someone who's a suspect to a prospect to a customer, but that's not where it should end. It should go from being a suspect to a prospect to a customer to a repeat customer. And then the cycle continues. That's why the value ladder is so powerful, because you're taking them from a lead magnet, something that's free, and then you're gonna build up that relationship and they're gonna buy something for $47 or $200 and then $500 and $1,000 and then $2,500 and $5,000 and $10,000 and so on. That is a proper view of a value ladder. Now, when someone already trusts you, when someone already saw results, they're gonna continue going like, what else does that person have? What else does that coach have? What does that mentor have? What does she have that I could also learn from? And so you might have multiple things that are $250. You might have multiple things that are $500 or $1,000. And so they might be interested in learning, and that's really, really common. If you have something for $1,000, they might pivot and go, oh, I'm interested in that too. That's how you build an email list. That's also how you build a clientele. And again, it's very rare that someone is going to buy your offer at $1,000 or $10,000 without knowing who you are and trusting you. So that value ladder is so critical in taking those customers into that process of buying. And of course, they're in your ecosystem. And once they're in your ecosystem, then they're gonna go and figure out, like, what else does this person have? I would love to learn what else they have. That's why you wanna have multiple lead magnets, not just one, but maybe 3 or 4. And then you have, a podcast or some other form of that's a lead magnet. And then all of a sudden you're gonna give them something of low ticket and then medium and then premium and so on. Like I said, you wanna take them through a process because you might have a premium program that has coaching calls that are, 5 to 10 courses in them. Maybe you do live events and usually it ranges from $5,000 to $10,000 and beyond. You can typically charge more if the niche is smaller, and you really can up the price if they can make money with your course. So if they can make money with your course, you can charge more because again, it's about results and value. And that's really what makes up how to charge properly, because it's not just about what you have, or don't ever say, I have 80 hours worth of content, or I have 150 videos. That really doesn't matter because people don't care what you have. They care about what results you can bring me. So it's not about how much content you have. It's about how much results can I have. Again, it's all about what kind of, if they can make money off your course, you can charge more money. For example, if I have a course or a program for freelancers that serve clients, they're gonna use that information and that knowledge to make more money. But if I'm teaching, a mom on how to have their child sleep better at night, a full 6 hours or 8 hours of sleep, they're not gonna make money off that. I mean, they might, but what they're going to use it is for their own life and to better their life. And that knowledge is critical for a mom, for sure. This is value, but they're not gonna make money off that. So for a business, for a small business, if they're gonna learn a skill or learn information and knowledge, and they can make more money off that, then of course it's more results and they're gonna make money off that. So you can usually charge more money. So the answer to your question, when you're considering the price, consider the value that you're providing. Consider the value ladder like I shared with you, and consider what type of buyer that you want to sell to and who you want to serve and what type of niche that you're in. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, please do me a favor and subscribe and like, and I'll see you at the top.